Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Breaking short. Hey, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
What's up YouTube, it's Desi and I'm back with another video, you guys. This video is going to talk about with phlebotomists, basically the day in the life of a phlebotomist. Most people want to know, one, will you be on your feet 24/7, also what to expect. So this is what this video is going to be about. Before I get into the details, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I will make sure that I kind of do giveaways here and there for you guys, so never get discouraged when you don't want a giveaway, because at the end of the day there'll always be one in place for you. Alright, so as far as for this video, one, I always talk about my experience when I used to work at a plasma center. I used to work at a plasma center as a phlebotomist, and basically that's how I got all my experience. Now I did start off with my experience with phlebotomy when I was going to medical assistant schooling, and then it pretty much added on when I went to my externship for medical assistant, and then since I didn't get hired on with my externship, I then went into the field for phlebotomist. And I then got my experience with doing donor floor technician, receptionist, basically a medical screener, and then phlebotomy at a plasma center. Now, three things I'm going to cover. One, physical demands. Two, schedules. And also three, tough situations. So this will kind of pretty much let you know what is like the day of a phlebotomist, and will you be on your feet 24/7. So the question of will you be on your feet 24/7, yes you will, as a phlebotomist, from the start time of your shift all the way to the end time of your shift, because you're constantly watching patients, you're constantly watching donors, any type of specialty that you're doing with phlebotomy, you're constantly going to be on your feet because you have to make sure you're watching. With being a phlebotomist, you're basically dealing with blood draw, so you want to always make sure that flow is going good. You want to always make sure that everything is pretty much going regular. If anything pretty much stop at any given point, you want to be able to stop, drop, and roll, and be able to understand as far as for what to do for that actual incident or situation, shall I say. So one, physical demands. Starting shifts for phlebotomists is usually like 6 a.m. to 3 or like a 5 a.m. to 2. It's pretty much around that time, and basically the physical demands is pretty much making sure you set up everything, making sure you have your tourniquet, your gauze, needles, cotton balls, band-aids, your tube, evacuation tube, you know, just all those type of things, butterfly needles, any type of things that you need as far as for assisting with that blood draw. You want to make sure that you also have everything set and ready for the patient, so at any given time you're not making sure you do something like, oh my god, I forgot a tourniquet, trying to run over there to go grab a tourniquet, or oh my god, I forgot the cotton balls, trying to go over there and run and get the cotton balls. You don't want to do that. You want to have everything all together. For the physical demands, basically you're going to be walking a lot. You're going to make sure that you're kind of paying attention a lot, bending over a lot, because at the end of the day you have to make sure that you level up with the patient, making sure you level up with their arm whenever trying to get that blood draw happening and everything like that. A lot of the physical demands is walking back and forth a lot. I feel like when working at a plasma center, we were always walking back and forth, making sure each patient or donor, shall I say, is okay in their certain area, making sure they're continuing to pump as needed, making sure that they don't pump when needed, and also making sure their blood pressure and everything continues to stay fine. You want to just make sure you evaluate the patient at all given times. So yes, staying on your feet 24/7 is a must. You won't really have times where you're sitting down like that unless it's like break time. For the most part, usually some phlebotomists on an average job usually goes for like a 10-minute or 15-minute paid break, and then they'll usually take like a 30-minute or hour lunch. So that's pretty much on how that works with the physical demands part. As far as for scheduling, like I said, phlebotomist usually schedules around like a 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. or like a 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, most of the time, phlebotomist starts off early because, one, with dealing with specimens and blood work, you always want to try to get that daytime started off. They do have night shifts when dealing at a plasma center, but however, it's rare when I see night shifts for phlebotomy works unless you're either at a hospital or a plasma center. But usually when working for like Quest or Millennium, they're usually morning shifts. So that's definitely a good thing, and they usually have weekends off. If it is a weekend that you're going to work, it's probably one weekend out of the month. So that's definitely good, but a phlebotomist schedule is always decent, always good. Sometimes you do go over your time. Now, when working at a plasma center, you will go over your time a lot because it's a lot of attention that's needed for being a phlebotomist at a plasma center. I'm not even going to lie to you. Sometimes they may even call you in on your day off. So that's up to you if you want to take it up with them. But for the most part, I try to like work as they have me scheduled. Tough situations of a phlebotomy. Now, I have did plenty of videos, you guys, of worst things that I've seen as a phlebotomist. I'll be sure to tag it down for you guys below if you haven't checked it out. But just to name a few, I done seen a lady have a seizure while getting her blood drawn. I done seen a guy almost pass out and throw up. because he was dehydrated. It's just a lot of stuff. Some people they don't even make it to the donor floor because they are so either like high off drugs and stuff, and then when they come through the receptionist area of getting screened, it's like they're lightheaded and everything. They didn't eat nothing. So those type of things pretty much goes on whenever dealing with phlebotomy. Sorry you guys hear my dog. He's drinking his water right now, and I hate when he does that whenever I'm vlogging. It's so annoying. All right, so yeah, it's just a lot of tough situations when dealing with phlebotomy. At the end of the day, you want to be able to catch each action. Now when working at a plasma center, we always had like an EMT type person, so that way if anything does happen that's out of the ordinary, instead of trying to call 911, we would have someone come out there. They have to like clear the space where we have to take their blood pressure, again making sure that we check for vital signs. Also, they'll make sure that they plug in fluid into the patient, making sure that they're okay as well too. So it's a lot that goes on, and if it gets so out of the hand, then they'll call 911 to assist with that patient. It's a lot of tough situations when dealing with patients who don't want to get sick. A lot of patients, they say, for instance, they know that they need to get their blood work done, but they come there and act a fool. Now that is like one of the toughest situations, because I feel like it's putting you in like a hold sometimes, where it's like, come on now, like, you know I have to get this blood work, you know I have to get this and stuff like that. But most patients, they're so frightened of needles where they just sometimes freak out and they just do the most. I sometimes like to just take the approach where I just kind of talk to them gently and try to like remind them like, hey, look, you know, we got to get these results. You know, if I can't get it for you, someone else has to get it, and you don't know if they're going to stick you more than once. So, you know, I try to stay ease with the patient. You don't want to just get so overwhelmed with the patient and then they're just like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, you know, stuff like that. So you want to try to keep them calm as much as possible. Bring up holidays, bring up family events, bring up children events, just anything like that. So that way that patient can stay calm at any given time. But that's pretty much what it's like in a day of a phlebotomist. For the most part, at any phlebotomist job that you are at, especially working at a plasma center, just always get your experience and go on about your day, you guys, because you don't want to get too comfortable. Sometimes some of your co-workers, they either can be dramaed out or they can just be too much sometimes, and you just want to keep it to a bare minimum when working at your job. It's best to just get your experience and just kind of go on about your day. If you guys have any other questions as far as for phlebotomy, comment down below, because I'll make sure that I do the videos for you guys. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and y'all stay safe. Peace, y'all.